my shoe. Get it done by 2:30. 2:30 is much too late. Get it done by 8:30. Cobbler, cobbler, mend my shoe. Get it done by 2:30. Stitch it up and stitch it down, then I'll give you half a crown. Cobbler, cobbler, mend my shoe.
You know what?
Rajinder Balkaram works 16 hours a day. On a good day, he makes $2 profit. Where he works is where he sleeps. There's little time for anything else. This has been Rajinder's life for the past 20 years, as it was for his father and grandfather before that. They used to be called the Untouchables, the lowest of the low on India's caste ladder. Today, the name is banned, but nothing else has changed. Across Mumbai, 60,000 cobblers are cutting, tapping and stitching their way into the night. It's an arduous, anonymous existence. But for the past few months, these artisans have become front-page news, unwitting celebrities in a multi-million-dollar fraud which has shaken this city to its core. A fraud the locals are calling the Great Cobbler Scam of Mumbai.
2, 3, 4, tell the people what you are. It was an itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today.
It's one of the biggest days on the racing calendar, and the well-heeled are out in force.
We're gonna have big fun.
There's money to be made in Mumbai, but only with the right caste and connections. A decade ago, the government began a drive to narrow the gap between rich and poor. It set aside millions of dollars to aid the impoverished, but the poor never heard about any money, let alone saw it. The funds were hijacked by the so-called pillars of society. For more than 10 years, they gambled with other people's money, reaping huge dividends for themselves. At the heart of the cobbler scam are the big shoe retailers, Metro, Dawood and City Walk. According to police, these companies set up fake cobbler cooperatives with ghost members. They then used these cooperatives to claim tax concessions and low-interest loans, ripping off the government to the tune of $600 million. The first Muhammad Ilyas knew about the scandal was when the police came knocking. The owner of a small shoe factory, Ilyas has never received a low-interest loan from the government, as much as he would have liked to. But the police had different information.
जी नहीं, इसमें मैं पढ़े लिखे नहीं है। मुझे मालूम है कि ये पेपर हमारे सोसाइटी में आया हुआ था। ये हमारे क्या बोलते हैं एसोसिएशन पे, तो हमने वहाँ देखा था। इसमें 140 आदमियों का नाम दिया हुआ है। उसमें कुछ आदमी तो मर चुके हैं, उनका भी नाम इसमें दिया हुआ। तो उसको देख के हंसी आई कि मरने वालों को भी ये लोग छोड़ नहीं रहे।
The list, drawn up by Metro Shoes, supposedly named cobblers who had received government money. It was a complete fabrication. 10 of those named were already dead. The rest, like Ilyas, never received even 1 rupee.
हाँ, हमारे जैसे बहुत से भाइयों को इन लोगों ने नाम दे दिया है। किसी ने भी इनसे 1 रुपया नहीं दिया, ना इन्होंने कभी आज तक हमको 1 पैसा दिया भी नहीं है। और इनका झूठ जो है पुलिस को भी यहाँ बेवकूफ़ बनाने के लिए ये सब छाप के कंप्लेंट दे के उन्होंने अपना बोझ हमारे ऊपर डाल दिया है।
Now the police are hunting down the real culprits, untangling an intricate web of deceit. one which involves not only shoe retailers, but bankers, bureaucrats and politicians. For months, these officers have been raiding and shutting down businesses across town. Today it's the turn of Saga Construction. The police have already been through this place once before. Today, they'll lock it up.
They have invested much of the money out of the scam in these premises. That's why we have to seal these premises. That's why we are coming.
So you're coming in to close it down?
Yes, we are come to close. Now, after searching, we will close it down and put our seal.
Their allegation is that I have taken some money.
Under the Cobbler cooperative scheme?
I signed for a guarantee of 50 lakhs rupees loan to help a friend. That's all.
The friend he helped was the owner of Metro Shoes, one of the retailers accused of setting up fake Cobbler cooperatives.
The thing is that almost all the cooperatives are nothing but the way, schemes to milk the finances for one's own benefit. It is not meant for the poor or anybody else. It is just meant to maintain the status quo.
Journalist Prabhat Sharan has covered the crime beat in Mumbai for the past decade. In the city which 5 years ago brought you the multi-billion-dollar stock exchange scandal, there's never a shortage of good yarns, particularly frauds. What's so amazing about the Cobbler scam, however, is that the police knew about it 12 years ago and did nothing.
This case was registered in 1985, and it was an anonymous case, a tip-off, and the case was registered in Bombay police. Nobody was willing to touch it. It kept on collecting dust. Last year, another police officer took over, and he went through the files, and he again re-registered it, and the study started.
That's Sanjay Pandy.
Yeah, he did it.
Every afternoon, Deputy Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandy opens his door to the public. It's a ritual he started after moving into the Economic Offences Wing a year and a half ago. And there's never a shortage of visitors.
Smuggling. Smuggling.
Smuggling against you?
No, not against me. Against my brother.
Then,
Okay, it is now.
so you come here on behalf of your brother?
Yeah, I've been the one who's been conducting the whole case.
I see.
Commissioner Pandy is a rare breed, a cop brave enough to take on the establishment. In a move some believe is professional suicide, Pandy reopened the Cobbler file and began bringing in some of the biggest names in town.
The people who are involved are the best of the society, they're wining and dining with the best and the very best in Bombay.
People such as Dawood and the owner of Dawood Shoes, the man who once held the city's highest honorary position, the Sheriff of Mumbai.
His own present worth is rated somewhere around 10 million Australian dollars. That's the kind of man that we are talking about.
Tell me about his lifestyle and the type of person
He's a very quite a flamboyant person. He moves in upper circles and always surrounded by beauties. And he likes to play host, collects antiques and art objects, hold parties, and then move with political circles, that's all.
So he's very influential?
Yeah, he's very, very influential. That's why he was made a sheriff of Bombay, because it's a political post. He can make calls to anybody up to Delhi, and he thought so that he will get away with it.
It's not just sports model.
This is white color.
Mercedes Benz.
It's a Mercedes Benz.
Today, the good life for Dyer is not as good as it used to be. Pandy has impounded Dyer's fleet of luxury cars, pulled the shutters on his 12 Mumbai shoe stores and indefinitely docked his 60-foot teak launch. And the weekend parties at the bungalow by the sea, well, they're out too. So what's this here?
This is Daya's bungalow. We can say it is a castle. This is a main structure.
Pretty
and
big
all
for a
this-
bungalow, isn't it?
It's a big bungalow.
Today, the only people at Daya's residences are the police. As for Daya, he's just spent 2 months in jail under police interrogation.
You can see inside how he is nicely decorated. All antique pieces.
So have you ever seen anything like it before?
No, this is the first time I have seen. I used to see in a movie, but not like this in reality. It's a luxurious life.
Along with his art objects, Daya collected powerful friends, government ministers, past and present, some of whom have appeared for him in court. As yet, Daya and the other accused retailers have not been charged, but Pandy is sure he has the evidence to follow through, right to the top.
We have been able to do at least try to fix the private businessmen so far. I hope we'll be very soon arresting the banks and the government officials, and also some of these persons who have misused their power when they were the policy makers. You call them politicians. Yeah, a few of them certainly will see the rap of the case.
There are bigger fish because ultimately the politicians are behind the whole scam. The accused here are just the front people. The politicians were the people who floated it. There are a lot of big fishes still moving around.
The most distressing aspect of the Cobbler scam is that it comes as no real surprise to anyone. It's just one more example of the corruption which riddles Indian society and which has left the poor, 50 years after independence, still fighting for their freedom. But in the back alleyways of Mumbai, the poor are sick of waiting for the system to help them. While Sadrud and Daya and the other accused protest their innocence and mount their defence, the cobblers are watching their meagre businesses buckle. Not only haven't they been paid by the retailers, now, with the shoe shops shut, they've lost their orders as well.
मालूम हो गया भाई किस तरह से गाड़ी चलाना है, अपने लोग को कैसे काम करना है, कैसे पेट पालना बच्चों का अपना, तो ये सब साथ में हो तभी मालूम पड़े ना मुश्ताक पैसा लावे.
Angry after years of constant exploitation, the cobblers have taken their own action. They've formed a union to demand a better deal.
Actually पैसा है हमारे लिए, सब कुछ है हमारे लिए, लेकिन हमको नहीं मिलेगा, हम लोग को नहीं मिलेगा, हमारा पैसा हमको नहीं मिलेगा. ये रहता है ना, उसको एक दफे 25-50 हजार रुपए का फटका गिर गया तो वो बेचारा खलास हो गया समझने. काम के तो
3-4 महीने तकलीफ है ना, पैसे की, काम की, सब तकलीफ है, कारीगर तो भी सब चले गए मतलब सब.
For Rajinder Balkaram, too terrified of the big retailers to talk with us, even attending this meeting is a huge step. But he and the other cobblers are determined they won't be duped again.
मीटिंग बुला के ना, एक पूरा ऑल बॉम्बे का मोर्चा करके धमाल कर देंगे. मंत्रालय एक मोर्चा लेकर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के ऊपर दवा बोल देंगे, नहीं तो अंगद स्ट्राइक पे बैठेंगे. कुछ ना कुछ करना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो अपने लोग का जीना हराम है. ये शोरूम वाले का दुकान खोल लेंगे.
Right now it's a stalemate. Neither the police has won, neither the accused have managed to get away, but it's a stalemate. Nobody has won. It's just a matter of time. Let's see what happens.
Cobbler, cobbler, mend my shoe. Get it done by 2:30. Stitch it up and stitch it down. Then I'll give you half a crown. Cobbler, cobbler, mend my shoe. Yes, good master, that I'll do. Here's my awl and